rest stop, and I think it went really well. It was very busy, so I figured lots of witnesses. I parked right under a lamppost, and then the light was kept out predominantly by my shade, so that wasn't a problem for sleeping. It was a little noisy, but like in the same way that like when a big truck rattled past, you'd be like, oh. It was also weirdly calming, because it kind of reminded me of like late band trips when we come back from band competitions or travel overnight, and there'd be big bus noises and truck noises and highway noises as you're in like this dark space kind of sleep. I don't know. Weirdly calming is the point. And then I woke up surrounded by mountains on all sides. And honestly, that's how I'd like to wake up every morning. I'm moving to Virginia. West Virginia. I'm in West Virginia now. And that is because I'm headed to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, to see the home of the Mothman. Sounds like a superhero, is in fact a Bigfoot-like cryptid. Is he a man? Is he a moth? He's both. I'm excited. So I expected this to some degree, but not really to the degree that I have experienced it so far, and that is that Point Pleasant is a very small town. Like a druggie yelled at me on the street before I got into the coffee shop. And when I came in, everybody was already laughing, like, Carol gotcha. Like, what? She was nice though. She was just yelling everything. And that's another thing. Everybody here's so nice. I've been through a couple small towns already, just in the few days I've been out, where it seems like everybody knows each other, and so everybody hates that I'm there. But here, everybody knows each other, and they acted sad that I wanted to eat outside instead of in the cafe with them, and it's like, they're just very nice. Oh, so if you're ever in Point Pleasant, I want coffee and good sandwiches and little Mothman cookies. Mothman. Go to the coffee grinder on 4th Street. Well, I guess there's only one coffee grinder in town. He's got a butt. I just met some very nice people who are also tourists who took my picture with the Mothman, and I took theirs. Fun times. I'm glad because, like, I'm usually the queen of self-timer, but there's nowhere really to set my phone up. So that was awesome, and they were so nice. And then we joked about his butt. His very prominent butt. And the man in the couple ended by saying that he'd let him kidnap him, which I support. So, yo, this is actually really good. I kind of expected it not to be, because they could probably just get away with selling things shaped like Mothman, but it's actually good. Mothman Museum was like right next to a park, and now I'm in the park. And there's the water. Lovely. They have a little stage down there. I don't know what they're putting on. It's a very nice park. I wouldn't come out just for the park. Oh, well, look, there is Chief Cornstalk and General Andrew Lewis. Each was fighting for his own way of life. Oh, so I guess this mural is more about American Indian genocide. Lord Dunmore. He's got his kilt on. Lovely. Lots of murals all the way down, so I'm not gonna go all the way down. But they're very nice. I wouldn't come out just for this though, to be honest. It's a very nice park along the river. The parks along the river back home just smell like fish all the time, and they don't have nice murals or statues. Apparently that's Ohio across the river. You'll read in plaques. Apparently it was called Point Pleasant because George Washington stopped here and said that it was a pleasant point along the river. We're just awesome at naming things here. Yikes. I feel like I'm in Pawnee. So Point Pleasant is a very cute little town. I had to get back in my car to say this because I was afraid she's gonna find me again. But the druggie lady that I mentioned earlier found me on that park bench I was sitting on. She's like, "Weren't you the one I was talking to earlier?" And I said, "Yeah." And she like launched into this whole thing about, oh, she likes me a lot. There's always, I always get along with people I don't know better than people I do. Isn't that crazy? And I was like, yeah. And then she started going off about how her, how all these druggy needle bitches won't leave her alone, and they just need to mind their own business and leave her alone. And she's going on and on, and I couldn't understand half of it. I think the gist is that one man that she had a baby with, that she doesn't even want, moved out of town, and all of his druggy girls that he was going with are coming at her thinking that he wants to be with her because he moved out of I don't know. I was going, and she kept going, "Isn't that crazy? Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that stupid?" And I kept going, yeah, it is. Wow. So we're best friends now. We're gonna braid each other's hair tonight. I just don't know. She kept going on and on about these druggy bitches, and she's like, "The only people I want to hear from are my children. I've blocked everybody else on Facebook except my children." And I was like, okay, good. But then she started going on about these city cops, who are also bitches apparently, and how they think they're better than everybody in this town because they're city cops. But they ain't nothing here. That doesn't mean anything here. So they think they're all that because they're city cops, and they're not. Apparently, this man that moved away also dated a city cop. I don't know. I was just blown away by that whole interaction. Very nice though. The museum was so much fun. Sad time though is traveling by yourself. I can't put my face in any of those picture boards. I just want to be a Mothman. I just want to be being carried away by a Mothman. And I just don't want to have to ask anybody in the museum to take my picture. I was fine doing that outside where I could walk away, but the museum was like 2 rooms. So if I asked them to do that, then we'd just be sitting in that room together afterwards. All right, now I get to go to Allison. I just realized I'm on my way to my Allison, and I'm so happy. We're going. I'm gonna see her.